Good morning, everyone. In this video, we will give a guide and tips for chapter 4 of my Java book. Chapter 4 is on mathematical functions, characters, and strings. First, we introduce mathematical functions from the math class. In the math class, we have many mathematical functions. So they are for trigonometric methods. So this is the, you can see the sine, cosine, tan, so etc. And here, these are the trigonometric methods in the math class. And we have the exponent methods. So this is the exponent methods. And the rounding methods. Min, max, and ABS methods. Random methods, we already introduced the random method in chapter 3. So here is another summary of the random method. And this is the case study and using the math methods in this case study for computing angles of a triangle. So given 3 points, the coordinates, we can compute the angles A, B, C using this formula here. So these are all the mathematical functions. We now introduce characters and strings. In Java, character is a data type, is the cal, or people also pronounce that sha. So they're all fine. For the character, it's a single character using the single quotation mark. So how do you represent an empty character? So just to put a white space with the single quotation marks. So please note that for strings, we use the double quotation marks. For characters, we use the single quotation marks. Now, you need to look at the difference between Unicode and ASCII code. And ASCII code is a subset of Unicode. And so this is the Unicode. And Unicode representing in all characters in the languages, all different languages in Greek and Chinese, etc. So all this. And so the ASCII code and how the code is represented in the ASCII table. So there's order. So the uppercase letters A to Z and lowercase letters A to Z, and the uppercase letters use the smaller code and value than the lowercase letters. All right, and the escape sequence for special characters. So this is the important to understand. There are some characters you cannot write it directly in the code. So there's a use special notation. It's with the backslash, and that's the escape sequence. So this is like a backspace, a tab, new line, and the so the backslash itself, and it's the double backslash. And so if you write the code for quotation marks, and so you need to have inside the string, so using the escape character to represent it. And you can convert between character and numeric values. And so this is the, and using casting. So using casting, so you can cast a character into an integer, and also you can cast an integer into a character. So using casting, you can compare and test characters and using the relational operators. So here, A is less than B, so their corresponding, the code value is used in comparison. And this is the lowercase a and uppercase a. So this is the lowercase a has a high value than the uppercase a. So a, the lowercase is less than a is uppercase, that's false. All right, so look at all this. And here we have the methods in the character class. And those are the methods you can use to test a single character. All right, so now let's look at the ScreenType. ScreenType, this is the first time we're going to mention the object type. It's actually a string is an object coming from the string class. And this is to declare a variable message, and this is a string. So this is the type is message. The type is a string. Message is it's a reference variable reference to a string. So this is the object, and here we can invoke the methods on the object. So get the length of the string and get the character from the string at the specified index. So concatenate a character with another one. So this is the get to return the uppercase of the string and to return the lowercase. This is trim the white space on both ends of the string. All right, so here, so this is more information about the this is how you use this is the method from the string, the length, and get the character, concatenating strings, converting strings, reading string. So when you read a string, you use the this is the creating the scanner object and get the input. So you read it, and there's two ways to read it, and input next. So this is to get and just one string separated by the white space character. So this is the next. There's another way to read string is to read the entire line. So this is input dot next line. So get the entire line. So when you get the entire line, this is the ends with the when you press the enter key. So this is the entire line. So that's the next line. All right, just to note that when you read entire line, this is called line input. If you read just one string, one word, so that's called a token-based input. So all of this, next byte, next short, next int, next line, next float, next double. So those are called token-based. And line-based is you use next line. Just know that don't mix this token-based input with line-based input. So for now, don't do this because this will cause you your program errors. So how do you read a single character? You can do this. Read a line, and you can get a character from the line. So let's get the first character from the line. So this is to read one character. So this is how you read one character from the input. All right, so you can compare strings and using all these methods, equals to test if two strings have the same contents. So the character by character case sensitive. So here equals ignore a case. And this is compared to, you can compare to, but this one is compared to returns an integer indicating the order of the two string you compare. So here we have the method starts with, so to test if the a string starts with a prefix or ends with a suffix, here ends with, and you can test if a string contains a substring. So here, there's all the methods here. All right, you can obtain a substring and using the substring method and get a substring, and with the beginning index and ending index. So just note that when you have this ending index, the real index is just one before the end index. So there's this is the overloaded methods. This is the methods with the same name but different parameters. Here is substring at the begin index. So here is starting from the index all the way to the end. So this is obtaining substring, and this is finding a character or a substring in a string. So this is the index of method, and last index of, so going backward and to find the first match. A conversion between strings and numbers. You can convert numeric string into number, into integer, into double. So here's integer dot parse int. Here's double dot parse double. All right, so here, so this is the case study, and so please read the case study and using strings. And so formatting console output, you can format it and using the printf method. So read this section, see how you do the formatting. And there's another new feature in Java 15 on text blocks, is how you can represent multi-line text. So this is the triple quotation marks here in use and for text blocks. So there's more things on the text blocks, and so please read this on text blocks. So by the way, I'm going to mention this. This is the new feature in Java 15. So this is in the new version of the book. It's upcoming, and by this spring, it's the 13th edition of my Java book. All right, so that is all for this chapter on mathematical functions, characters, and strings. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.